President Tinubu meets some bank executives over issues surrounding windfall tax.
National Assembly passes 2024 Appropriation Act of 35.055 trillion naira.
For capital expenditure for the year ending 31st day of December 2024, third reading taken and passed.
Planned protest. Inspector General of Police asked police formations to protect innocent citizens.
And on Good Morning Nigeria today, we shall discuss dialogue as panacea for conflict resolution.
In many organized societies, dynamism is never lacking, but sometimes achieving the desired result for change is usually accompanied by conflicts, disputes, or even resistance.
Succinctly, Indian nationalist Mahatma Gandhi buttressed this in his words, and I quote, "It's not the absence of conflict, but the ability to cope with it."
You're right, Victor, and so one would readily also agree to Thomas Crum's assertion that the quality of our lives depends not on whether or not we have conflicts, but on how we respond to them.
And as we know, Nigeria, like many other countries, continues to face a number of conflicts ranging from social, economic, political, and ethnic disputes. Unpleasant as it may seem, these disputes are unavoidable because some arise due to difference of opinions or disagreements over different parties' rights and responsibilities.
For days now, uncertainty and apprehension has heightened following the call for the August 1st protest, and observers believe what happens today and the coming days determines our strength as a nation. But one would also ask, what should be the mechanism for conflict resolution, and how can Nigeria enhance alternative dispute resolution in situations as this? Just yesterday, the Nigerian government held a World Press Conference appealing to Nigerians to shun the nationwide protest and instead pursue peace, dialogue, and collaboration in addressing the challenges. Today, we focus on dialogue as panacea for conflict resolution. I am Ademola Adeoye. Welcome to Good Morning Nigeria.
You know, Ademola, alternative dispute resolution, ADR isn't new to us. It's a method deeply rooted in our traditional settings. Remember those community leaders settling disputes. It's still practiced today, especially in the southeastern part of the country. But it is slowly being overshadowed by modern legal processes. Now, one of the biggest advantages of ADR is that it saves time and is often more cost-effective, with disputes resolved much quicker than through conventional litigation. In fact, sometimes you have to settle disputes with fines as produce from the farm and the likes of it, and the fines that are little when it comes to the financial aspect of it. Well, we have assembled guests for this holistic conversation, and I believe that at the end of the day, insightful contributions will be made. I am Victor, so let me also welcome you to today's program, the first for the month of August, my birth month, I dare say. We are reaching you on the network service of the NTA. Chukwudi Okoliobaja will join us soon for the paper review, but that will be after highlights of the news with Dennis Adegunloye. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning, Victor and Ademola. Good morning, Nigeria. Here's the morning news. The recently introduced windfall tax under the Financial Act is gaining momentum for takeoff as the current administration seeks additional revenue to power developments across the country. However, the policy came under scrutiny as President Bola Tinubu met with some bank chief executives at the State House.
The banking system has enjoyed some what we will call windfall or unearned profits, and in the interest of distributing wealth across the Nigerian society, the government has stepped in to take some of that wealth on behalf of Nigerians.
The Senate and House of Representatives simultaneously held emergency plenary sittings Wednesday to attend to critical national issues. These include the repeal and reenactment of the 2024 Appropriation Act and adoption of a resolution urging those calling for a nationwide protest to give government more time to deliver on its mandate of improving the well-being of Nigerians.
173 billion 275,994,384 naira is for contribution to the development fund for capital expenditure for the year ending 31st day of December 2024. Third reading taken and passed.
The federal government has accomplished a greater part of the laid foundation for immediate, medium and long-term prosperity of the nation. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, stated this at a press conference in Abuja. The FGF urges those behind the nationwide protest to shelve such plans, as President Tinubu's administration is already addressing their concerns.
The programs are very vibrant and are yielding results. Of course, local government autonomy, creation of Ministry of Livestock Development, and the new baby, the Nigerian Education Loan Fund. It is in the light of this aforementioned situation and accomplishments that we wish to inform you that Nigeria is working progress, and in due course, we shall breathe a sigh of relief.
And Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has asked police formations nationwide to protect lives and property from attack, molestation, harassment and destruction. The IGP said that the Nigeria Police Force has engaged with the leadership of the promoters of the proposed protest in the last few days, with a view to ensuring that they fully fulfill the requirements for such protest. But up till now, the IGP said the promoters have failed to submit to the respective state police commissioners where they intend to carry out their protests, including the FCT. The commencement and closing time for the protests, as well as their modus operandi and all other information necessary to guide the police as well as other members of the public. The IGP says intelligence at the disposal of the police reveals that the protests are aimed at unleashing mayhem on innocent citizens, markets, stores, private and public property, as well as critical infrastructure of government across the country. Achieving sufficient and reliable electricity supply in Nigeria requires robust infrastructure, and that is what the Presidential Power Initiative targets as federal government commits to building a resilient economy, with phase 1 of the project successfully delivered under the federal government Siemens deal. The second phase has kicked off.
Testament to the readiness of the federal government to quickly accelerate the upgrade of transmission infrastructure in the Nigerian power sector. It will ultimately achieve the stability that we have all been craving for in electricity supply to our households, to our businesses, to our industries.
A truck loaded with cement has crushed several vehicles within the popular Nyanya junction, killing at least 5 persons and leaving many injured. Our correspondent Francis Udojo at the scene of the event reports that eyewitnesses attribute the cause of the fatal accident to brake failure.
I just come out, I was just starting. Before I know it, the next thing I just hear, I rush go there. When I see motor fresh many cars, at least almost 6 to 7 motor that even freezes. And there are some others people, they are selling market by the roadside. They are under the express. Before the road safety came, another people also died, 2 of them. That is making 8 people died also.
Quite unfortunate. That is the news for now. Good morning. Nigeria continues shortly with Ademola and Victor after this break. Stay with us.